Will the market go up or down? Should you lock in or float? Find out this and more with Master of the Markets, hosted by Barry Habib of MBS Highway. Brought to you by Paramount Residential Mortgage Group.
Welcome to another edition of Master of the Markets. I'm Barry Habib and MBS Highway, created exclusively for NMP TV, and it's brought to you by our good friends at PRMG who are working for your best interest. It's getting hot. Real estate market heating up, GDP heating up, lots of stimulus in the cards, and the Fed says, let's not even talk about letting up on the gas pedal. They're going to continue to buy at least through the end of this year before they'll even have a discussion. That tells us it's probably going to go way past that. The Fed is fine with risking overheating the economy and keeping the pedal to the metal and buying at least $120 billion. That's what they admit to. I'm telling you, because I look at the numbers, it's much, much more a month of between mortgage-backed securities and the 10-year Treasury note. So what's this all mean when President Biden comes on and talks about huge programs and spending? What does that mean when the Fed chair continues to want to go full throttle and we're seeing some inflationary signs? Well, it is possible, and we think that this is going to be the case, that you're going to see some inflation hit the wires over the summer, and you're probably going to see rates rise. But all of these stimulus plans in the past wear off relatively quickly. So it's quite possible that by the fourth quarter of this year, you will see interest rates cycle back down. Now, we got a lot of real estate data last week, and man, that is hot too. Is it too hot? Is there going to be a bubble? Well, I don't think so. I think that it is true that when you see 12% appreciation, it is eye-popping. In addition to that, when we see interest rates moving up at least a little bit, does that cause some affordability issues? Well, the affordability index is still very, very strong. And here's what happens. The homeownership rate in the United States is about 68%. But we've seen examples like California continue at expensive levels of homes where you would question affordability. We've still seen appreciation. Why is that? Because the sacrifice in order to accommodate the appreciation doesn't come from lower prices, doesn't come to make it more affordable. It comes from a lower amount of individuals that are participating in home ownership. So the home ownership rate in California is in the mid-50s, whereas opposed to the rest of the United States, it's in the upper 60%. So what's happening is that that lower percentage of home ownership, when you take a look at the amount of people within that, there's still more people than available homes, and that's why prices keep rising. So while real estate is local, very local, you still can see lots of appreciation occurring, even if it becomes a little less affordable to some, unfortunately crowding some people out. This is strictly a supply issue. There's just not enough supply. And one of the things that we saw last week was supply is not going to be addressed by the government. They're coming up with even more programs to help first-time home buyers. And I get the argument. Of course, listen, that's what's called a straw man argument. Nobody can find any flaw with it. Do we want better schools? Do we want more first-time? Yes, 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 yes. Of course we do. But those straw man arguments, the devil's in the details, and they have to be thought through. So if we're going to be giving a lot of free money, $20,000 to $25,000 with one proposal, $15,000 with another proposal, it's great if you are the recipient of those, but what are you going to buy right now? It's very difficult to do so. So the problem isn't that we don't have enough buyers. We certainly do. But by forcing more buyers in, what does that do to prices? It probably drives them higher and maybe causes those people that are going to be looking to buy a home and use this money to be potentially overpaying for a home. We know what the bidding wars are out there currently. We've seen this movie before back in 2010, and when the credit expired, prices actually came down because everybody rushed in, pushed prices higher, overheated the market. And back then, the market wasn't even overheated. It was soft. Now it's super hot, so it's going to pour gasoline on this fire. The real problem is we just don't have enough building going on because lumber has gone up so expensively. So this is the areas we really need to kind of look at. Let's hope that they think about these things as well. As far as interest rates go, I want you to watch the 10-year Treasury because we did break above an important barrier at 1.6%, and we're now trading in a range between 1.6 and 1.75. Wouldn't surprise me to test 1.75 over the next couple of weeks, especially as we start to see inflation data come out. You're going to get the CPI report for the month of April, and that's the important one, because when we get the numbers from April, the easy comparisons to last year, because April of 2020, which will get removed, was a much lower number. April 2021, even if it's modestly higher, it's going to push the rate of inflation above 2% for the first time in a long while, and that's going to raise some eyebrows, and bond investors may demand higher levels of compensation via higher interest rates. So I think we could be around the corner from seeing some higher yields. Make sure you get your customers in while the getting's good right now. Towards the end of the year, we think rates start to cycle back down, but we're going to go through a patch over the summer that I feel will have us looking at rates that are a little higher than they are right now. Hope you guys have a great week, and get on MBS Highway so you can watch this every single day. One of the tools we have that people are killing it with is a bid over ask tool. You need to have this in your arsenal because everybody wants it. Realtors are going to come to you. You got to pivot to purchase. The time is now for you to do it. Bye-bye.
Be sure to click on the link below for your free 30-day MBS Highway trial.